kind of was like, I graduated midwifery school, and I feel like it was very similar to nursing school. It's hard, it's time consuming, it's taxing on your life and your family. And I said, well, I never want to go to school again. So let me just get my doctorate and still just keep dying for another 2 years. And then my kids are still little, so they're not going to remember me being busy and tired, and just kind of knock it out of the way. So I was getting it just to get it, which is a hard reason just to get it, because I feel like I should have a little bit more motivation, because
I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people want it and they're like, okay, I just recently graduated. If I keep waiting and waiting, it'll just be like, oh, I don't need that, or excuses, or like you said, the kids are older. So no, I think it's very common theme that people say, especially when you want to do more higher legislature and more of a leadership executive role for movement change. It does help to have those credentials and that additional experience. Were you always from Pennsylvania, you and your husband, or have you been in different parts of it?
Yeah, so we did we met randomly. I grew up in Southern Maryland, and we traveled a lot. My husband was in the military, and we settled in DC. I had a baby, I don't know, a week or two before COVID. And I said, hey, DC is expensive. Let's not stay here anymore. Let's go back to see some family. And so we moved to Pennsylvania. So that's all that happened. And we've been here for, I think, like 3 years now.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. What made you, I know you mentioned the story of the lady in the ER, but you did that for labor and delivery. When was it the pivot, or did you knew that very moment you were going to do midwife, and it like, no, was there another aha angel like coming?
So where I am in Pennsylvania, I'm in Pittsburgh. The hospital that I kind of like grew up in as like a labor and delivery nurse, didn't like midwives very much. It was very much, if you wanted a midwife, go birth in the woods type of environment. And we had midwives there. They didn't get along with the maternal fetal medicine in the hospital, so they ended up moving. But I also had the mentality of like, who would want to have a midwife? That's crazy. Who wants to have an out of hospital birth? Like, why would you want to do all those things to you? So that's what I did. Like, that's what my brain was. And then I started travel nursing, and I went to Yale. And at Yale, they have a very great midwifery program. And I learned all these new things about labor and birth, and how my whole little bubble in my hospital wasn't not necessarily bad or true, but the conception of midwives wasn't appropriate, and how like midwives could practice. And then I went to another hospital, which I don't know if I should name. It was just the terrible hospital. It was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. I saw.
Well, just say it was a bad hospital. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty terrible. And I don't know, I argued with the doctors a lot. And I was like, no, these women need more education, or like educated, and everyone needs educated. The doctors need to be educated. There's no practice that's appropriate. So I was like, maybe I do want to be a midwife, because I can help, these people and these populations. And then so I kind of thought about it, and I was still like, I don't know if I want to go to school. And then I went to GW, George Washington University Hospital, and that was another really great experience. They also have a really great midwifery program, and they essentially convinced me to become a midwife. I love everyone over there.